So when you read the First Chronicles chapter 29, the verse 29, you will see that he mentioned prophets there, and he mentioned seers there also. When you again read Second Chronicles chapter 29, verse 25, the Bible made mention David the seer and Nathan the prophet again. And when you read subsequent scriptures, you will see that they will always represent the prophet Samuel as a seer. So, as I was saying, a nabi is different from a seer. That is a ra'ah. The Hebrew word used there is ra'ah, and some places they use it as kozeh. So, a nabi is a type of prophet who does not necessarily see open visions, who may not necessarily be able to see the color of your shirt and the color of your room and all that, but he can hear what the Lord has for you or for whosoever is speaking to. But a ra'ah, he sees open visions. Open visions are common with him. He can see open visions like water. He accesses the spirit realm very easily and simple. He doesn't struggle when it comes to seeing open vision. His spiritual eyes are opened. So that is a ra'ah or kozeh. You see what makes it necessary to understand the kind of prophet you are. Now, if you are a ra'ah, you may have to learn very well how to see. That is a seer. And if you are a nabi, that means you will have to focus on learning how to hear the voice of God very well. Because where God wants you to walk in, the corridor which God wants you to walk in, that is the corridor you will walk in, not necessarily your choice. So the prophetic realm or the prophetic ministry have various corridors and various categories, and which God can decide to launch you into one of them. So having understanding of the kind of prophet you are will help you to easily walk in it. Can you imagine somebody who is a nabi, an inspired hearer, somebody who hears the voice of God, somebody who can easily draw inspirations from God, want to constantly see visions before he believes that God has spoken? Do you see how his ministry will not move forward? Can you also imagine somebody who is a ra'ah trying to be very familiar with the voice of God? It may not be difficult for him, because what God does is that if you are a nabi, you hear his voice more than you see what he is showing you. But if you are a ra'ah, he speaks to you in pictorial forms. But if you are a nabi, he speaks to you in a form of voice. So you need to understand where you belong to and how you need to work on it to be able to move in the prophetic dimension. So if you are a nabi, try to learn how to hear God very well. Master it. If you are a ra'ah, try to learn how to see very well. Master it. However, every seer can be a prophet. In other words, every ra'ah or kozeh can be a nabi, but not every nabi can be a ra'ah or kozeh. So it is necessary you understand this, understand whether am I a nabi or am I a ra'ah, so that you will be able to work on it, because knowledge is what makes you relevant in your area of calling or in every grace you want to walk in or you are walking in. It is knowledge of that office or that gift that you have. The knowledge you have is what will make you different from other people. But there is a certain teaching about a seer which I may not be able to do here, because when we say a seer, it is a whole kind of prophetic ministry. When we say a nabi, it is a whole kind of prophetic ministry, which I will be delving much into in the other subsequent videos that will come your way. Remember, I said this is prophetic school. This is where we share the deep secrets of the prophetic ministry, so that it will help you to walk in the prophetic dimension of our kingdom. So the question is, are you a ra'ah, kozeh, or are you a nabi? Are you a seer or are you a prophet? them do you think easily works in? Which of them do you think they are very common with you whenever God tries to speak to you? Which of the channels did He use to speak to you? You need to have much understanding. When you identify it, you need to work on it very deeply, and God will surely launch you into the prophetic. So you also need to have this understanding. It is not all the time, or it is not every prophet that sees open visions, and it's not every prophet that is familiar with hearing the voice of God. Very simple and common. God bless you. Be with you. I will come your way. Shalom.